hips, back, or shoulders hurt and you know you need to stretch, you go to stretch and it's really uncomfortable. In this video, I'm going to share my experience with freeing my body and give you some techniques to do the same. I'm Mitch from Upright Health, where we help you think right, move right, and feel right. Growing up, I had always been tight and stiff. I was a basketball player, and in basketball, we have to do a defensive stance. We have to be able to slide and open up, and that was just something that my hips couldn't do. I couldn't touch my toes. This is probably about as far as I could go, and I'd be experiencing some pain and discomfort right now. This led to issues with lower back pain for me. At times I was unable to sit comfortably. It was really tough for me to even walk. My gut instinct was to avoid those ranges of motion that were very uncomfortable or painful for me. But avoiding those ranges of motion was about the worst thing I could do for myself. And if you're in a similar situation, it might be the worst thing you could do for yourself. Instead of avoiding these positions, we need to start introducing our body to these positions. We need to let our body know that this is something that we want to be able to do. Getting into the position more often is going to quicken this process of getting over that discomfort. What that looked like for me was going into that stretch 2 to 3 times a day for 1 to 2 minutes at a time, and just increasing that over time. So either increasing the amount of time I stay in the stretch or how many times I do the stretch throughout the day. So instead of 2, maybe I bump it to 3 or 4 or 5 as time goes on. So for me, and probably a lot of other people, an example is hamstring flexibility. So what I would do is I would go into a simple hamstring stretch, and at one time this is probably a pretty tough stretch for me, so I would be here for 1 minute, and then I would do my other leg for a minute, and that's good. And what I would do is I would come back either midday or in the evening, and I would do that again. That's my 2 or 3 times a day. Over time, over weeks, I'm just trying to be in that position more often. I'm trying to hop into this stretch and just show my body, hey, I want to be able to do this. This is a strategy that worked for me. It may not work the same way for other people, but we can still use the idea of frequency. Maybe instead of 1 minute, you do 30 seconds, or maybe you do 2 minutes to start. Wherever your starting point is, you want to increase that time you spend in that position throughout the day. Another example is my squat. When I first started flexibility training, my squat looked like this. After spending time in that position and time on my flexibility, I can come down here now. And it's just from spending more and more time, more and more frequency down there. If you're working on hip or shoulder flexibility, remember to think about frequency. Check the description box below for more helpful links. Hit the like button and subscribe, and share this video with your mom. And remember, pain sucks, life shouldn't. With stretching. Whew. All right, you got that one out of the way. Yeah.